Today, we start from the point a little ahead after we have climbed up to the top. But, as usually you see in my clips, scenery doesn't synchronize with my narration. Don't mind, please. Those who were annoyed by my narration go out without subscribing, of which a fraction is 99.99999%, ha ha ha. I have often referred to the motorbike to shoot street view, and crazy 4 categories exist. One of them is the category of the second bicycle with an engine up to 125 cubic centimeters. Yes, you can see from the name of it, Japanese administration thinks of it as a bicycle. The second class means that the engine volume is over 50 cubic centimeters up to 125 cubic centimeters. However, there is nothing of a motorbike with an engine of 51 cubic centimeters. 125 cubic centimeters is shared more than 90%, though a few models of 110 cubic centimeters or 90 cubic centimeters exist. Motorbikes with engines of 125 cubic centimeters are running in Southeast Asia, typified by Vietnam and Indonesia. Thailand also had a lot of motorbikes running, but now the number of the 125 cubic centimeters has been decreasing in response to its economic growth. The 125 cubic centimeters motorbike in Japan has some merits, such as the tax and insurance cost is reasonable, and fuel cost is low as well. For example, Honda Cup C125 can run around 60 kilometers a liter. Its demerit is that it is prohibited to run on the expressways and roads specialized with cars because it is a bicycle. However, the second-class bicycle with an engine doesn't have to turn right through 2 processes, which is such a rule on the first-class bicycle with the engine up to 50 cubic centimeters that you have to stop once at the front of the crossing road facing the direction you want to turn. Yes, it is annoying method obligated to the bike. The reason only turning right is obligatory is obvious if you remember that Japan is a keep left country. The number of riders of the first class has been decreasing rapidly, the second class has become popular instead. How stupid the 2 processes turn right is. Although you don't know about Japan well, Japan has such a long distance to the north and south for the narrowness of width that there is about 1,000 kilometers each direction from Tokyo. Then, if you use the Cup C125 to go to the farthest place north or south from Tokyo, the fuel consumption is only 20 liters at one way, which is equivalent to not more than 5 gallons. What mental preparations you need would be against rain and bottomache. The scooter of 150 cubic centimeters through 200 cubic centimeters also is my option, though those are beyond the category of the second class and needing to get the license of motorbike in the middle class up to 400 cubic centimeters. Honda sells a Hunter Cup, which is a branch model from Super Cup C125. The Hunter Cup has wider tires and bigger loading platform, those are advantageous for long touring and bumpy roads. They say the new model will come with a 150 cubic centimeters engine. I checked how much the difference between the taxes is, knowing only $10 a year higher of the 150 cubic centimeters than 125 cubic centimeters, and you pay about $50 more on the time you get it as a new one, if it is a model over 125 cubic centimeters up to 250 cubic centimeters. Motorcycles over 250 cubic centimeters are obligated to have a mechanical check once every 2 years except once in 3 years from the first registration, and you have to pay the tax on every inspection. Therefore, the 150 cubic centimeters motorbike does not have more payment than I expected. Moreover, it can be run on the expressways. When you are tired to come back to your home, it is advantageous for you to be able to use the expressways. I'm looking forward to the 150 cubic centimeters Hunter Cup coming. I have been watching videos on YouTube about the Philippines and touring by motorcycle, because I'm interested in the second retired life in the Philippines. The first retired life was in Savannakhe, Laos, and also making videos on the concept of street view by motorbike. If I make videos of touring by motorcycle, I should set a GoPro for watchers to see the same view as mine, that is, the rider's view. Some of the touring videos get us to see only the street without including handlebars and speed meters and so on. That way doesn't make for watchers feel like touring themselves. You should duplicate the same rider's view of yours in the videos, if you make videos about touring by motorcycle. I found a problem whether I should add narration like my videos made these days, because sometimes I get annoyed at the crap talking by riders. I have to think that some of you, no, most of you may be annoyed at my narration, ha ha ha. I think the narration doesn't always be necessary if the scenes on videos themselves have values, but the street view on my videos by bicycle doesn't have such value that I think my narration is unnecessary. That's one of the reasons I want to switch from a bicycle to a motorcycle. If the switching were a matter of money, I would do it as fast as I could, but it is not the matter of money, because I'm fighting with my Laotian wife in court for parental authority and I would go out depending upon the result. If I must go out of the home in which I live with my kid now, I would go to the Philippines alone saying goodbye to Japan, which may be an absurd country to kick me out. Anyway, if I make the video of touring by motorcycle, it would mean I won the fight. On the contrary, if I do the report of the Philippines live, it would mean I lost in court. What I do by the day I see the result is the same thing I do these days, that is, making a street view by bicycle. This season in Japan is rainy and a lot of small flies come out from somewhere seeming to be nothing. Of course, there is the origin of eggs and dirty places like raw cabbages. I succeeded in decreasing the raw cabbages into once in 2 weeks to go to dispose of them to the place to which the dust car comes, since my Laotian wife got out of me with her anger at me. That ironically increases the small flies coming into being. Then I searched how to make a trap against the fly on YouTube. Then I got it to make the liquid compound of water and vinegar at 1:1 with a bit of dish liquid. And the trap worked well. But I was annoyed at the flying flies which succeeded in escaping from the trap while we were eating. So, I got a hint of the dish liquid, which is one of the contents of the trap, and I made another liquid which consists of water and about 1% of the dish liquid, filling into a spray pot. It can work better than I expected. Now, I defeated the small flies. If I could go to the Philippines, I wouldn't try not only to seek for a woman but also not to play with a lady through money, because I may have not a mood to enjoy myself with a woman after divorce. Marine sports also has not been in my line anymore for my age of 56, moreover, I can't drink liquor much by constitution. What could I enjoy in the Philippines? This is the very fact to which I'm looking forward, that is, I would make videos about the way to find enjoyable stuff in the Philippines and report the state to enjoy myself by them actually. When I saw a video by a Japanese whose videos have often been seen by me, and who is a 61 years old man, said in a late clip about Filipinas, especially, about who were his girlfriends or wife. He talked about a lady who came from the upper middle class which was richer than the upper middle class in Japan, because the gap between rich and poor in the Philippines is wider than that in Japan, and he never felt ill at ease without going to her family's home. And he confessed that such mental states might be complex. Since then, all the Filipinas who were his girlfriends were from such poor families that he could keep his pride. That's one of the reasons I don't want to have a love affair with Filipina. I would also feel ill at ease with Filipina from the upper middle class. However, I would feel emptiness to the love affair with a Filipina who comes from the poor and lured with my money. I gave up happiness in my family except happiness with my kid after I divorce, and I will give up making a new family in the future as well. Anyway, I will find other happiness, whichever country of the Philippines or Japan I may be in. Fighting with a wife to divorce in court annoys and consumes you, so that it could let you not want to marry again. That's my mind now at least. Those who were invited by the title of my clips to see may be surprised or annoyed at my narration, not concerned with the titles. Who would want to listen to talk about the Philippines, if they were invited by the title of Street View of Hill Climbing by a Bicycle in Fuchu City? That's my matter, which I may revise. Talking about cycling, when I saw a video on YouTube about touring by motorcycle in winter Hokkaido, which is a prefecture of Japan located in the northeast and has snow in winter, I was surprised at that not only motorcycles but also bicycles were running, of which tires are studded with studs by themselves. Of course they are not common people, they do it for fun. Actually, a rider in the clip was taken a picture with curiosity by a driver who might think that he was an odd man. I have a curiosity to go touring by motorcycle in winter Hokkaido but don't want to do it by bicycle, though I like the bicycle. You might not know that Japan has the heaviest snowing district in the world, one of which is west of Aomori and Niigata. Of course, snow removing cars run there and you can go for a drive seeing snow walls on both sides 10 meters high. I wonder if I will get a lot of viewers to the video that consists of scenery I shot riding among the walls by Honda Super Cub C125 with studded tires. I referred to Honda Hunter Cub a short time ago, but now I refer to C125. What is changing my mind? Because I visited the website of Honda Bikes, viewing web catalogs while I took a break, I was fascinated by C125. I hope that the fight in court will end as fast as possible for my next step. As you can see, we return to the cycling road along the Tama River. And going straight on the road gets you to the starting point, The total distance is about 20 kilometers at the notice on Google Map. I'll tell you before, it is going to rain in a little while. I don't care about rain onto a GoPro for its water resistance, but a problem came, that is a raindrop onto the lens of GoPro, which blurred scenes. I learned how to use the GoPro in the rain, and I will often sweep on the lens from next. Then, I have to end the video before reaching the start point. I'm sorry for that, but nobody would be sorry for my crap narration. I appreciate you for watching until now facing the crap narration.